Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my Ultimate Paragon Theory Guides playlist. I am Sylphin, ladies and gentlemen, and this playlist is for those looking for a guide on the theory behind Paragon, the stats, and why are they so important. Essentially this series of videos goes through the fundamentals of building and using a good deck with proving some mathematically sound amounts of particular stats and kind of seeing what those stats are for particular heroes and for particular purposes. So we start off with a few videos on the value of 1-point upgrades, which isn't really all that intuitive, going into therefore the best deck structure. How do you structure your deck to best utilize the 40 equipment slots and how getting as much power and value as much as possible throughout the course of a match. Then we go into my DPS calculator and stat optimizer, a video on the actual calculator itself, and then another video on how to use it and actually make a build from start to finish. Then we go into a few videos about what exactly do you put in these builds with power versus attack speed versus crit. What is the appropriate amount of each of those here in Monolith to appropriately get the maximum amount of DPS possible with those fighters and carries. Then we go into proving that penetration is very, very much viable here in Monolith between damage or penetration. What is the appropriate amount between those two, both basic and ability penetration? Then we go into the not so relevant at the moment here with health versus armor and health versus lifesteal versus health regen. So if you're trying to get into that sustain department, what is the most appropriate amounts of each of those? Which ones do you get in order to try to be a sustained force on the battlefield? And then we wrap it up with mana versus mana regen. Overall, the theory behind these stats, how certain hero roles work, how do heroes scale, how do you best build a deck to best complement certain heroes and their purposes. If you were looking for actual hero guides or general strategies to use these builds, then go to those playlists, my hero builds and guides playlist, and also my general Paragon guide playlist. There you guys go, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy the playlist. I hope that it is very helpful for you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support me and what I do here on the channel, please head on over to my Twitch donations page and my Patreon account to become a patron and get various rewards for various levels of support. Thank you guys very much. Till next time, stay optimistic and positive.